I thought I was afraid of failure. I have a gaming channel and I felt so stuck for a very long time because I tried to do all these things outside of YouTube gaming. I felt like I could do more with my life, but every time I would go and do it, it would just keep on not failing, but when it started to succeed, I was afraid of what would happen if I succeeded, and I went back and deleted those businesses. You see, I already had a successful gaming channel, or I do have one with over 194,000 subscribers, and even though I love playing games for a living, I feel like at a certain point I had reached my goal, and it was time for me to start something new. I really think that I wouldn't be able to be satisfied doing that for 10, 20, 30 years, trying to go and build a YouTube gaming channel. It's for a lot of people, but personally, I want to do more. Always look for new goals. And so every time I started growing my gaming channel, I could find myself constantly being uncomfortable doing something new because I wasn't afraid of failure. What I was afraid of was becoming another version of myself, a more successful version of myself. For example, when I made my YouTube channel about helping gamers grow their channels, what I found out was that I love to communicate and, entertain people. That's why I did my gaming channel. On a deeper layer, I like to teach people and I like to make people happy and to educate and help them. So when I made a channel about helping gamers grow, I made a few videos about that. And what ended up happening was that I got a viral video, I got a lot of traction, and then I was so happy for it. But then guess what? I felt like now I had to spend more time on this new business, and so a little bit more risk, even though it wasn't so risky. But I could feel myself like thinking, but wait, now I have to do this, and what will happen to my gaming channel, and what if this business doesn't work out? What if it's succeeding now, but it will just die off? No. I need to go back to my gaming channel. This doesn't feel right. I already have a consistent income, consistent source. I had so much fear of success than failure. My gaming self wanted things to stay the same. And I know this because I deleted the channel after a video went viral. It was going so well, and I just deleted it, went back to my old self. Because being successful there would force my old self to change. I would have to change my habits, my routine, and most of all, I would have to remove the identity of a gaming YouTuber. I still think that the reason that I never expanded and I tried so many different YouTube channels was because I still saw myself as a gaming YouTuber. And so succeeding in any other arena would mean that I would have to give up that identity. You see, I think that things were not bad enough for me to want to change. And things were not bad enough for things to change. But things weren't so good enough that I felt like I could do this for my life. Like it didn't feel like my true self. I feel right now that my first business and the first thing maybe you do in your life will just be a stepping stone towards another goal, because life is a series of goals. And so in order to live to your true self and actually do new businesses and and get over the fear of failure. You need to be able to kill your old self. You need to remap your old world views. And this is what I had to do. I had to somewhat sacrifice my gaming channel, because otherwise I will always identify as that and I will limit myself. You know, the ego wants comfort, it wants familiarity, it doesn't want things to change. Because in evolution, or in the old tribal days, changing meant stepping into the unknown and having to go through failure. But in the real world, or the world nowadays, there is little risk and much upside. There won't be a creature here to eat you. And so being able to take risks and be able to sacrifice parts of yourself for what you were before is the way to move on. For example, now I do this channel about speaking about philosophy, and now I have another gaming channel that I started up a few months ago. This time I've gone 4 months without deleting it. I have not had the fear of succeeding. I know that if I succeed, it will be another stepping stone in my life. I think what I realized was that now I've reduced the hours on my gaming channel that is successful. It's still doing quite well, but I think in the past I would just want to work all the time on the gaming channel because that was me. Now I have balanced it out, and so as I move through these different stages of life, I will spend less time on my gaming channel. It's still my main source of income, and then move towards making money and building assets on things that feel more true to myself and actually spend time on that. Otherwise, we stay stuck in our old identity, which is in a way a shame, because in life being able to grow is one of the most lovely things you can do. To love yourself is to work on yourself, and working on yourself means failing over and over, removing old beliefs and habits that is less aligned to your true self. And every new chapter of life really asks you to let go of an older version of yourself. But this means that you need to overcome the fear of success. And I think that, in a way, people fear what success will do to them, because you will become a way better person, which means that people will not leave you, but they will see you as better than them, and then they will try to drag you down to their level, or they will not see you the same, and they will wonder what happened to you. So when you change, you will see your people around you as different. They will see you as different, that you've changed. Literally almost everything will change once you improve your life. And I had to, when I started my gaming channel, I had to remove this sounds like mean. I had to remove my friends off of Snapchat. I deleted Snapchat and all of that, because I had to kill that old version of myself and focus on what was more true to myself. And sometimes success feels scary because it demands sacrifices and transformation. And I think that being able to live life most true to yourself and achieve the goals that you want means loving yourself the most, which means being able to deal with the pain of killing your old self a lot of times, like your old habits, old friends, spending less time on the things that worked before in order to spend time on the unknown, risking things on what will work in the future, because really you have to have faith in what you're doing in the next goal you're doing is going to work. Faith is a profound belief in something that doesn't exist yet. And even though I'm making the exact same amount of money as I was, I make less money now than in 2024. The business has gone down. I have not felt this much aligned with myself, and I have not felt this content in life, because I know the money will just come. Now, money is for another video, but being more true to yourself in a way works through business and your whole life and for your everything. And so I think that, for example, the student must die for the entrepreneur to be born. A person who is an amateur chef must kill off their old version of their self to become a master chef. An old self must die before the new self can begin. And if you can deal with the pain and the struggle of not knowing what the future holds and not being afraid of what success will bring, that will make you into the best version of yourself. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Stay blessed by the best. And if you stay small enough long enough, you'll be big enough soon enough.